Hey fellas, how you doing? It is Saturday. Just had a couple of young men leave, and the title of this video will be "You Can't Care More About Other People Than You Do for Yourself." On top of that, you can't make sure that you're going to worry about taking care of somebody else when you're not taken care of. It is difficult to see very good young men have to come to grips with the fact that there are people out there that will take advantage of you. That can even include family. One of the examples of that today is there's a young man, 18, wants to go to college, but may be forced to do something else, to include go into the military. While he was growing up, his parents, both mother and father, took out credit in his name, put bills in his name, and let those default to the point when he was going to take a job at Raytheon. They did a background check and he lost the position because of his credit. That's a very tough lesson for anybody to learn, have to learn, especially as a 19-year-old man, young man. I don't know what the hell that is. I hope that's a bird. Excuse me, hang on here. Something's banging on the side of the house. Pretty sure it's a bird. Okay, there's nobody out there. Yeah, I'm that guy. Every morning I get up and I check the perimeter of my house and just make sure things are left where I put them. Because there's only two of us here and a couple of cats, so there aren't people in here moving stuff around. But all of us have had to deal with and will have to deal with being betrayed. And it's why I tell people you can't be concerned about the world or people around you unless you have insulated yourself from the world. And that, I mean, insulate, you have to insulate yourself by having enough money to say, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm getting out. That was my goal when I was 18. I wanted to be retired by age 50. And I did whatever it took to get there. And now I have money and I don't have to worry about that aspect of life. I don't have to worry about money, paying my bills, buying food, getting or using health care, or being able to take care of my wife and two cats. That's it. But the only reason I was able to do that is I made sure that I was being taken care of first. There are a lot of psychological operations that are done to young men, like you need to be prepared to sacrifice. And we need to, if World War breaks out, you need to be able to be drafted as a man. And all these scumbags that are telling you that their kids ain't going, they're not going. And I'm talking about the politician class, the political class. I mean, I like Donald Trump. I voted for Donald Trump, but no, he wasn't in the military. Now, he says he feels like he was in the military, but my rub with him is he wasn't. While we were at war, he took his 4 deferments for heel spurs and still played tennis and golf. That was my major disagreement with him. Does that mean that I won't vote for him? No. There are people that I like and respect that have done things in their past, that, myself included, that aren't great. But let me get back to the point. The point is, you can't do anything unless you're taken care of. And you have to be ruthless about that. You have to be ruthless about people that waste your time. I call them time thieves, vampires, whatever you want to call them. I think you should have a plan. My plan was very detailed. I laid out my clothes for the next day before I went to bed, so that if something went wrong, I would know, boom, 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 at the foot of my bed is my shoes, my pair of socks, my pair of underwear, my pants or shorts, my shirt, sleeves, boom. And I was out the door. I made sure the night before that my car had enough fuel in it. There are so many things that you have control over that you have to place yourself first. We don't care if the world catches fire and burns to the ground. You can't do anything about that. You can't be more concerned about Gaza, what's happening between the Palestinians and the Israelis. You can't be concerned about the Ukraine or women's rights or anything like that if you can't take care of yourself. You don't have that luxury. And to have your own family members hamstring you by putting credit in your name, that is the height of cruelty. So people who think that men have it easy, that's crazy. This young man's in a lot of debt that he didn't cause. I sent him, well, anyways, Tuesday afternoon he has a meeting with an attorney, and I took care of the initial consultation for him to ask if he can have that debt forgiven. I don't know enough about it to tell you, yeah, I'm going to send him up. I don't know, but I'm going to try to give him a fighting chance. That's it. The thing I ask of you guys and gals, do not hamstring yourself. Become financially literate. Control all of the things you have control of. You have control of the words that come out of your mouth. You have the control of your attitude. You have control of being on time. You have the control of prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance. There we go. I got it out. I think it's the 5 P's. I know you want to go out and have a good time. I know you want to go out and do these kind of things. You will have enough time when you get old like me to be able to do those things. In the meantime, you have to make yourself into... You need to be the superstar or the most famous person, the superstar of your life. You can't depend on anybody else unless they're family and they're not like this young man's family. I know I'm probably beating this up, but you cannot help anybody. You cannot take care of anybody else if you can't take care of yourself. Now, I'm going to throw some MGTOW stuff in there. It's why, if you choose to have a woman in your life, you can't have a woman who brings someone else's children into your life. Single mothers. There are some absolutely above the board, fantastic single mothers. But the amount of danger you incur by simply having not only her, but another little human or humans involved in that can get really bad really quick for you. Okay? Love you guys. I hope this makes sense. You can't help anybody if you can't take care of yourself, okay? Like a fart in a G-string from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.